From beautiful downtown Lexington, Kentucky, it's Artie Facts, a student guide to generative AI. Here's Artie.
Hello and welcome. Let's start today with some good news. If you're not usually one to cheat, there is no need to start now. Many people fear that AI will be the end of education, the assumption being that everyone will use it for cheating and plagiarizing. This assumption says that if the tools are available, students will cheat. But ongoing research indicates something different. AI hasn't caused more students to cheat. It's just changed how some students cheat. But while more research is needed, it seems that we are not seeing an increase in cheating in general. Remember, the spread of AI is not creating new problems, even in education. Instead, it is accelerating and revealing things that have long been problematic when it comes to educating humans. While it is reassuring that AI hasn't increased cheating overall, there's a less comforting side to this good news. Cheating numbers remain very high and have been consistently high for decades, since long before AI entered the scene, for a variety of reasons that would require an entire course to unpack. But in case you were feeling the pressure to use AI to cheat, you can definitely relax. You are able to maintain and honor your personal standards while still using all AI has to offer. It is capable of so much more than cheating. It can help you think critically, learn effectively, and create original, meaningful work. And you have the power to harness this potential ethically, responsibly, and confidently.
How do I know if it's okay to use AI in my class?
That's a great question. Let's talk about it. The first step in using AI ethically and responsibly in college is understanding your class and college rules and policies concerning AI. Check the course syllabus, of course. Even better, have a conversation with your instructor. It is important that everyone discusses AI usage and boundaries openly. Always ask permission if you are not 100% sure to avoid misunderstandings. Next, if your class allows AI usage, be prepared to document when and how you use it. Check your instructor's rules for how and when to document AI usage. And of course, always check and verify AI-generated content and only use it for things like brainstorming, grammar checks, or refining ideas, not to generate complete work in place of your own critical thought and creativity. This is a normal part of any tech usage, and it also helps enhance your digital literacy. Welcome back. Now let's explore a subject that people often aren't sure how to talk about: how you can better understand and reinforce your own ethical boundaries when it comes to using AI, as well as how to honor the ethical agreements we have made with others concerning AI. Ethics aren't just a set of rules someone hands down to you. They are also personal. They come from your values, your experiences, and the way you see the world. Whether you realize it or not, you already have an ethical framework that guides your decisions, which includes how you approach AI. The key is taking the time to understand and refine those boundaries, not just to make choices that align with what you believe is right, but also to advocate for yourself and your values in an increasingly AI-driven world. With that in mind, here are 3 quick self-tests that can help you determine if AI usage is appropriate and in keeping with your values and goals. Number 1, ask yourself, am I trying to learn something? If the answer is yes, be careful how you approach AI and what you will accept from it. You don't want to cheat yourself out of truly learning something valuable. Also, when it comes to learning, the value is often in struggling to understand and make sense of information and ideas. If the smooth successes in education are the coins, your struggles, failures, and do-overs are your folding money. Number 2, also ask yourself, am I trying to accomplish something that has value for me as an individual? Be thoughtful about using AI when it comes to accomplishing things that are important to you. Imagine if you signed up for swim lessons, but had a robot actually take the lessons so you could sit on the sidelines and relax. At the end of the term, you would have a certificate, sure, but would you know how to swim any better? Similarly, if you love playing basketball and competing in that way, You don't want a robot to do it for you. Part of the value of the activity is in the doing, which takes effort, trial and error, and overcoming challenges. Winning games is great, but it doesn't come without struggles and challenges. Don't rob yourself of the empowerment that comes from such hard-earned learning and growth. Number 3, ask yourself, are personal reflection or original thinking part of the value of this assignment or task? If so, using AI to answer for you denies you the satisfying learning that comes from reflection and attempts at original thinking. All of this boils down to a very personal question. Why are you in college? Only you can know for sure. If it is to learn and become a better educated person, then using any means of bypassing that learning, including AI, undermines all of that, meaning you don't get the very thing you went to great effort and expense to get. With a firm grasp on your educational goals and your personal ethics, AI can help enhance your humanity and creativity instead of replacing them. Glad you're back. Ethics in education are personal, as we've discussed, but they don't exist in isolation. Every college class is an agreement between instructor and student. The instructor commits to providing thoughtful and professional teaching and assessment, and you commit to engaging with the learning process and producing work that reflects your effort and understanding. Now, imagine a class where the instructor didn't hold up their end of that agreement, or worse, merely pretended to. Whether they used AI to do so or not, you'd likely feel disappointed, even cheated. When you enroll in a class, you're not just committing to your own personal goals. You're also entering into a mutual agreement with your instructor and your institution. Imagine you've been hired to build and deliver a boat. The person who hired you expects you to construct it with your own craftsmanship and effort, as per the agreement. You get to work, laying the boards, shaping the structure with your own hands. But as you step back, you notice some imperfections, boards that aren't quite right, edges that could be smoother. Luckily, you have a helpful robot assistant. You ask it to smooth out some rough edges, reinforce a weak board, maybe double-check your measurements, refresh your memory about angles and building math. This is like working with a tutor or getting feedback from a mentor in college. It's still your work, but you're using available tools to refine and improve it. That instinct is normal and even beneficial as long as you have your ethics and goals firmly in place like we discussed. But here's where things can get tricky. As the build progresses, you start asking the robot to do more and more, replacing entire sections, etc. It happens gradually. You're still involved, but bit by bit, less of the boat is actually yours. You might not even realize at first that you've crossed a line, but at some point, you're no longer truly the boat builder. The work you were hired to do has slowly become mostly someone or something else's work. Now, imagine handing this boat over to your employer. They expected a vessel built by you, not one mostly assembled by your techie assistant. In addition, not only does the boat not meet the terms of the contract, but you learn far less about the struggles and challenges of boat building than you would have otherwise. It is a net loss for everyone. And now imagine another boat builder who takes it even further, letting the robot construct the entire thing while they just watch. That's not just over-relying on help. That's academic fraud. Of course, that last scenario is easy to recognize as inappropriate, but that doesn't mean the other situations are simple. The sometimes tricky part is figuring out exactly where the boundary is. How much help is too much? At what point does the work stop being yours or stop being a true reflection of your knowledge and skill? There isn't always a clear, one-size-fits-all answer, but that is true of many common situations in life. Often, it isn't as serious as the question of how much AI help is too much help, but the fact is, we have to deal with gray areas a lot in life, and this topic is no exception. This is why it is so important to have a conversation with your instructor about your AI usage. Your instructors are there to help guide you through these decisions, not just to enforce rules, but to help you make thoughtful, ethical choices that align with your learning goals and uphold the agreement between student and instructor. Open conversations about AI use ensure that you're staying on the right side of that line while still taking advantage of the powerful tools available to you. No matter how powerful AI gets, at the end of the day, the most powerful tools we have at our disposal are our own human curiosity, creativity, and ethical values. Let's use the tools and question the tools, but never stop thinking for yourself. And make a commitment to yourself to use AI in ways that help you learn, grow, think, and create. This is Artie saying so long, and thanks for watching.